Hello, welcome to the GDI Lab at the UW Stout Library. Today we are going to look at getting started with the Nintendo 64, Dreamcast, PlayStation, and PlayStation 2 on this station in the Game Lab. So first we will start with the TV. So there is a remote that comes with this TV. Just click the power button, turn the TV on. And you will need to change the input right there. And you want to change it over to AV with the directional arrows, then click OK on the right one. Now it should be on AV. So let's get our system set up then. We are going to start with the Nintendo 64 here. Here it is. So the first thing you'll need is a cartridge, like so, and then we will insert the cartridge into the top of the machine like that until it clicks into place. Then to turn it on, there's a switch that you push away from you to get started, and there's a little red light in the front to indicate that it's on. So with this TV, we have an input switcher. So if you look at the TV, to the left of it here, there's an input switcher and a guide here for what number corresponds to what system. So for the N64, we'll just want to press button 1. And there it is. If you're having a trouble with an N64 cartridge showing up, there's a few methods you can do to restart it. So looking at the system here, there is a reset button on the right side. You can just click that and it'll reset the game. If it doesn't show up correctly, try doing that. It might take a couple tries. Otherwise, we can turn off the system by pushing the power button towards you, taking out the cartridge, re-putting it in, turning the system on again. That'll also give the game a restart. So if you have troubles with the game, try them a couple times. Sometimes the old ones just take a few tries. Okay, so now we are going to look at using the PlayStation, the original one, which is the gray one here. So the first thing you'll need is a disc, like so. And to insert the disc, there is a open button on the right side, which opens the panel. Click the disc in. You can just close the panel with your hand like that. And then the power button over on the left there. It's difficult to see, but there is a green light lighting up, and if you had the disc spinning, that's a good sign. All right, so system is on, game is in. We will need to change the input with the input switcher. PlayStation is button 2. Okay, click button 2, and there is the game. However, if the PlayStation 2 game does not show up right away, there is also a reset button on the PlayStation right there. You can click reset. And that will reload the game. It also might help to retry turning the system on and off again. Also opening the disc. Put it back in. Give it a couple tries. And it should load eventually. All right, so now we are going to look at the Sega DreamCast, this one right here. First thing you'll need for this one is also a Dreamcast disc. It uses discs. So we'll put the disc in first. There's an open button on the right side of the machine there. Clicks in very similar to the PlayStation. And then there is a power button on the left there, and there is an orange light indicating that the system is on. All right, and so for the TV input, we'll again go to the power switcher. It is button 3 for the Dreamcast. And there it is, the game is loading. This one, if you have troubles with a game showing up, this one does not have a reset button, but you can turn the machine off. Try turning it back on again. Just by clicking the button twice. Otherwise, you can turn it off. Pressing open for the disc. Reinsert the disc. Give it a couple tries, and hopefully it will eventually appear for you. All right, now we are going to look at the PlayStation 2. In the bottom left right corner here, the black one. So for the PS2, you'll first also need a PlayStation 2 disc. And then we'll insert the disc by pressing the eject button, the blue bottom one there. It sends out the disc tray. Just set the disc in. You can either bump the tray in or click the eject button at another time. And that top button turned green when the system turned on. Okay, and then for the TV input, back over on the switchboard, the PS2 is button 4. We'll click button 4. You see that the game is loading. There it goes. All right, so right now we have the PlayStation 2 is currently on. And if the system is on and you see this screen, this is not the game, this is the menu of the PlayStation 2. This might appear if there is no disc inserted in the machine or if the disc is having trouble reading. That's all this screen is. So we'll try to get our game started again. So you might have to, we'll go back down here. If you have trouble with the game, try taking it out, reinserting it into the tray, restarting it, and if it works, it should start into the game from this screen. Just like that, and it'll go into the game then. If you still have troubles with the game appearing, you can also try turning the system on and off again with the top button. Just click it once, and it'll send you back to this menu, and it'll work on reloading the game. Just like that. Sometimes PS2 discs don't read very well, so just give them another try. Take out the disc, reinsert the disc, restart the system. Hopefully it eventually reads the disc.